Lesson 62, Direct Objects. Throughout this book, we've had certain lessons that pertain to grammar knowledge. As you study German, I'm trying to give you the grammatical knowledge that you need to know how to talk about language, how to talk about the different terms that we use to apply to language, the different parts of speech, the different elements of a sentence, because when you study German, you really need to know all that stuff. And so here in Lesson 62, we're talking about direct objects. The simplest way I can explain a direct object is that it is the target of the action that is being performed by the subject. And these examples I'm giving you here, these are very simple examples just to get you started understanding the concept of a direct object. So a quick review. In the sentence we have here, Harold plays the drums. Harold is the subject. Why? Because he's the party that's doing the activity in the sentence. He's the one that's doing the action. And the word plays is the verb that shows the action that is happening. Here it's an action verb, but you can also have a verb of being or existing. Now here's an important thing to know, is a direct object can only happen when it's a true action verb, when there's actual action occurring. If the action is just a verb of being, such as the word is or are, that cannot generate a direct object. That generates something else, which we'll talk about later, actually in the very next lesson. But what we have right now is action verbs generating a direct object. So in this example sentence, the word drums is the direct object because that's the thing or person that the action is being done to. It's the target of the action. So Harold is the subject, plays is the verb, so we know who is doing the action and we know what the action is. We have Harold. Harold is playing something. What is he playing? The drums. Okay, so the activity is being done to the drums. The drums are the target of the action. And so therefore the word drums here is the direct object. Same thing with the next example. Helen ate the orange. The subject is Helen. The activity that's going on here is the activity of eating. So the verb ate, that's the verb of the sentence. So we have Helen as the subject. We have her eating something. What is she eating? The orange. So the orange is the direct object. That's the target of the activity. It's the thing that the action is being done to. So in the exercises below, see if you can find the direct object in each of the sentences. Turn the recording off, and when you're done, turn it back on and we'll go over them together. Okay, hopefully by now you've done the exercises. In number 1, Mr. Jones is the subject. The activity that he's doing is he's buying something. That's the verb there, the word bought. And the target of the action, the thing that he is buying, is the newspaper. So the word newspaper is the direct object. In number 2, I is the subject. We have a future tense verb, will see. And then the word movie is the direct object. That's the thing that the action is going to be done to. Number 3, very similar to one of our example sentences above, we have someone playing a musical instrument. So the thing that they're playing, the trombone, that's the direct object. Number 4, the word baseball is the direct object because that's the target of the action of playing. Number 5 is a simple example. The activity happening here is catching, and the direct object is the word fish. That's the target of the action. The activity is being done to. In number 6, they is the subject, broke is the verb, and the direct object is the radio. Number 7, y'all is the subject, painted is the verb, and the word building is the direct object. Number 8, we is the subject, listened, or perhaps listened to, if you think of those together as the verb, that's the verb. And then speech is the direct object. In number 9, Mr. Underwood is the subject, lost is the verb, wallet is the direct object. Number 10, Geraldine is the subject, saw is the verb, Deer is the direct object.